Hey guys, are you thinking about being truck drivers?
If you are, here are some things you may want to know.
Hi, I'm Jericho.
I'm Miranda, and before we get into things that you may want to know, here's a brief summary on how we got into trucking.
So we were at a bar with a friend drinking quite heavily. He's our age, relatively successful, and we wanted to know how. So we asked him. He told us trucking. We're like, what? No way. So he told us all about trucking, the money that's in it, what to expect from it, so on. So we put it into consideration, as drunk as we were, and talked about it the next day, sober. So, upon talking about it, we decided we were going to wait until our tax returns, which was, at that moment, I think a month, maybe 2 months away. Very, very close. I think we actually already filed our taxes. We were just waiting for the returns at the moment we talked about it. So, when we talked about it, we ended up finding a company that gave us pre-hires before we even started school. You can apply for companies before you even have your CDL. Student companies will give you pre-hires. So when we got our tax returns, we both left our jobs on good terms and went to school. Took 4 weeks, some schools are 3 weeks, some companies even pay for your schooling. When we went to school, we got out after a month and started working. And here we are today, working as truck drivers. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to thing number one of things we think you should know before you jump into this business.
Thing number one, spending. The first thing you want to do when you start getting into trucking is spend your money. The checks can be kind of overwhelming, and especially when you come from a minimum wage job like we did, all you want to do is spend that money, and that's fine. And if you want to do that, that's cool. But if you have plans and reasons why you're doing it to save, stick to those plans. Save that money. You know, finish what you started first, and then buy whatever the heck you want. And the last thing I want to bring up about spending is food. It could be, you know, the most
Consuming
reason
Absolutely.
that you spend your money, especially with fast food. You know, it's fast, it's easy, you run in there, you get what you need, and you leave. But I would advise getting a crock pot, a electric stove, anything that you can get that could preserve that money. Stop at Walmart, get what you need to make your food, and it'll save your life, and your wallet. So
yeah, just to throw in on that real quick is every Walmart almost you can pull a truck into. They have really big parking lots. Also, crock pots, like what she said, save you a lot of money. And you throw the food in the crock pot, put it on low, you drive your shift. At the end of your shift, guess what? You got a hot meal ready to eat. Eat that easy.
alright, and that brings us to thing number 2.
Thing number 2, time away from home. Many pros and cons. One, being away from home longer rather than shorter, yes, it sucks. It can be more beneficial. For instance, if you're away from home for 3 weeks, you're not going to make as much. I know that sounds weird, but you have a week of coming back from home time, you have a week of going home. Those paychecks aren't going to be very good, so you really only have 1 week of a good paycheck, a solid week that you ran the whole week. So my trainer, our trainer, told us you guys should think about running 5-6 weeks at a time minimum. So we thought about it. We're like, okay, yeah, that sounds great, because we thought about it and we're like, all right, so now we have, you know, a half week here where we're coming back from home time, a half week where we're going to home, and then we have 4 or 5 solid weeks that we're running the whole time, making the full potential of what we can make. Right. So it can be tough, it can be easy. It depends on how you look at it. If you have a lot of things at home that you're sacrificing, it can be tough. But the reward is well worth the sacrifice. You're providing for your future. So sacrifice a little, gain a lot. Also, being away from home sucks because you lose friends. you know, but the friends that you lose aren't, you know, your true friends. Like, yeah, okay, your friends, they're more acquaintances, because who's hitting you up on the daily? You know, who's checking in saying, hey, how you doing? How's your job going? Hey, you know, where you at? How's the weather? I know those are stupid things to ask. Oh, how's the weather? That's how you start a conversation with a girl you're trying to get with at the coffee shop. But also, when you're away for so long, and like I said, you're gonna lose those friends, you know, shows who your real friends are, so on and so forth. You're gonna cherish your time home with those people, your family, your friends, because when you go home, you only have so much time. So you're like, all right, let's clump it all together. When we're home, we don't feel like it's enough time, but we're there a week. We're home for a week, and we're like, man, we didn't have time to see everybody we needed to see. And that's gonna go ahead and move us on to thing number 3.
Thing number 3, sleep. When you first start trucking with a trainer or a friend, what you want to do usually is stay awake, look at the different states, whether it's the beaches of Florida, the snow in Colorado, so on and so forth, the canyons of Arizona, wherever you end up going and you want to see. It's hard to, you know, maintain that excitement and sleep through it, but you're gonna have to do it. You need your sleep. Please take my word on it. Sleep is so important. Another thing I want to talk about with sleep is the sleeper berth. When you first start, it can't be the most comfortable thing in the world. You would think with such a big truck that you wouldn't feel the bumps as much, but it is the complete opposite. You feel everything. And the truck is also very loud, and it's just hard to sleep through, especially the first few weeks when you start. So getting into that habit is really important, and you will get used to it, I promise. The last thing I want to talk about is like how we run our shifts 10 hours, 10 hours. So we get at least 10 hours of sleep, and we drive at least 10 hours a day. And that works for us. Like, I use every ounce of the 10 hours I can get because I'm a sleeper, and so does he. And it makes the 10-hour shift pretty easy. I mean, I use audiobooks and podcasts to keep myself awake. Those are just a few things that you guys can use to stay alert on the road. Other than that, thing number 4.
Thing number 4. Not all of this job is behind this steering wheel, okay? A lot of people don't understand that there's some minor labor put into it. You know, during your pre-trips, hooking up your trailers, you know, whatever it is. You gotta have some guns, you know. Not really. The labor that's put into this is very minimal. Another thing is, this kind of is behind the wheel, but backing. A lot of people struggle on it. So if you're deciding to do this, when you're in school, you know, focus on your pre-trip. That's very, very important. But focus on your backing too. And yes, we all have off days. Yes, some spots are tough. But just keep in mind that backing is tough. I mean, it's not all that easy. Yeah, we can back pretty good most of the time. But another thing is you gotta do paperwork. Okay, that's easy. You know, so this is a mixture of driving, labor, desk work, everything, okay? This is all jobs combined into one. And then on top of it, it's a huge safety risk, okay? So, you know, you're doing your paperwork, easy stuff, send in pictures of the bills, you know, copy the bills, you know, filing, make sure you got, you know, everything organized. Organization is key. All right, guys, so that's gonna conclude this video. These are, again, things that we think you should know before getting into the industry.
Hopefully what we said today helps you in the future.
And don't forget that, like I said, there's cons, but this job overall is a great opportunity. It's a stepping stone. Getting your CDL
is an investment.
Is an investment in your future, and that's the things that matter. We see a lot of guys out here, 50 years old, 40 years old, saying, man, I wish I did this when we were your age. Okay, we're mid-20s, so just keep that in mind. Age doesn't matter. There's guys starting out here at 50 years old. The younger the better, because you can invest into your future. But no matter your age, great time to start. This business is booming.
Especially right now, as we're speaking this time, 2018,
peak season, winter.
It's been the most busy it's ever been, ever.
You can thank all them Amazon Prime members, 2-day shipping.
Yep.
You got to get stuff from California to Florida. Guess what? That's us. Not necessarily us exactly, but us drivers. We move stuff, and we get it there today. So, again, concluding the video, we're gonna be posting videos weekly. So check back. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Make sure you follow us.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Miranda.
I'm Jericho, and we'll catch you next time.